Iftar is a meal eaten to break fast during the holy month of Ramadan. Muslims around the world gather with loved ones and community to break their fast together. It's a time to reflect on humanity and reaffirm commitment to helping the less fortunate. On 25th July, Rumsa community also hosted their third annual Iftar dinner at Riara University grounds.
So what's happening behind you?
I think it's an event, Iftar. Yeah, it's a dinner for Muslims. I'm not really conversant with it, but yeah, I think I'd come and learn and see what goes on.
Okay, so what's happening behind you?
What you're seeing is the organization of the annual Iftar dinner organized by the Riara University Muslim Student Association.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome.
We came into the event expecting to raise a lot of money. The main aim of every iftar dinner really is to raise a lot of money for charity, to support activities we do in the school, and specific projects are normally earmarked for the iftar dinner. That was our aim as well this time round. We're a very inexperienced group of officials. All the previous officials had stepped down and we came in really not knowing what to do. So preparation was interesting. We had a lot of fun, a lot of challenges. I don't want to do it again, but we will help out where we can. I think the most important things for every iftar dinner, naturally, because it's an iftar dinner, is food. So we had to organize catering. We had to organize how the food would be delivered, how it would be laid out. That was a large chunk of the money went there. Also, we had to work on the decorations and the decor, the tents, the tables, the layout, the colors, everything had to match. And I think those were really the two biggest issues when it came to preparation. There was the spreading of the word and selling of the tickets, which is always a difficult part of anything. Convincing somebody to spend 1,000 shillings to eat food in support of a charity event is actually pretty difficult. And we did manage to, I think, achieve that a bit. We planned to raise, you see, previous dinners, they had raised 1 million. The last dinner, they raised 1 million. We didn't really have a specific target. Point reached in the preparations where we said, no matter how much we raise, we will just raise it. We said, okay, 1 million was a good amount, but we didn't know exactly how much we would raise. And we came into it really inexperienced. Now, the preparation itself was tricky. Lots of challenges. One, most importantly, was money. Caterers needed a deposit of 100,000. The decorations and the people who were doing the decor needed another 75,000. Everything would cost a lot. We went to banks asking for money. We chased the tickets we were selling. We looked for donations here and there. And eventually we pulled through. At the end of it all, there was a lot of money that needed to be spent. And I think with events, whenever they're organized, there's always an issue of, it happens in stages. Maybe there are 3 stages. The first stage, a month before the event, things are like, we'll do this, we're motivated, we've laid out a plan, we know what will happen. And then maybe 2 weeks to the event, it's, okay guys, we haven't really done much, but there's still time, let's do this. And then the last few days are just complete madness. Nobody sleeps, everybody's up and down, looking to get this, organize that, let's make sure the food is this. The food itself, the catering, one was cancelled and then we cancelled another. It just went round and round in circles. What are we going to eat on the day? I think, praise to God, it did come out well eventually, and we have laid down foundations for whoever's coming next, the incoming officials, so that they can do a better job, have an easier time of it than we did, know what to do. We did eventually get help from the previous officials, and that was very, very well appreciated and timely as well. Otherwise, the event might have been a complete failure. So challenges were really the food, the money, and money is always a challenge. I think for everybody as well, they can agree that money is a challenge. Even for anybody watching this documentary right now, you want money, and we needed a lot of money for the event. I think that's how it was when we came into it. We finally got to the day of the event. We felt unprepared, but because it started at 6 in the evening, there was a lot of time for us to finalize the details. I spent almost the whole day actually at at the printer, the person printing the tags and the table numbers and the final last editions, the schedule, the program. So it was a fun day. I was MC, so I had to be there on time. I was late. The event started a bit late, but I think it went well. It was fun. It was interesting. This was my first iftar dinner, and I think I enjoyed a lot from that. It started with a prayer, an opening prayer by, his name is Saad Kambie. He actually studied in Sudan, so he speaks Arabic quite well. So he read a bit of Quran, and he started the event. We officially kicked it off. This was all just before the time for breaking fast, before iftar, about maybe 30 minutes or 20 minutes before. We had the welcoming remarks by Ibrahim, Ibu, as anybody who does journalism or who is in Riara will know him, Ibubu. He, as a current secgen and former official of Rumsa, he gave the opening remarks, which was good as well. And then I think we took a break for the prayer and to break our fast. We came back, and that's really when the event now kicked off. There was a lot that needed to be done. Many people needed to speak. We had the Vice Chancellor speaking. We had the President of the School Students Association, RUSA. His name is Moses Oyo. He spoke as well. We had the Chairman of RUMSA himself speaking. And then eventually we had the keynote speaker. Now there were many guests, many VIP guests we call them. To name a few, we had Dr. Ahmed Kalebi, the Vice Chancellor himself. And then we had the main speaker, the keynote speaker himself was the Ambassador of Somalia to Kenya. He came and he spoke, a very good speech. He was a very good speech. He was very happy to be here. We really enjoyed, he was happy we invited him. And he spoke well. He spoke briefly, but he spoke well. Food was served on time, which if you knew the trouble we went to in preparing, you'd know, wow, there was actually food. It was stressful, but the event itself went smoothly. And then we came to the main point of the whole event, the fundraising dinner itself, where, well, the fundraising dinner was the whole thing, but the fundraising section of the fundraising dinner, we auctioned 3 cakes. Now, these cakes, once you hear how much they went for, you'd think they were made in heaven. They tasted good, I won't lie, but we just needed a way for people to participate and donate. So what we had is we had 2 former chairmen of RUMSA, Zaid Ahmed and Faisal Qasim. And they almost led the auction. And we started with an entire cake, went for about 50,000. I think we had 3 cakes. One went for about 50 or 60,000. The other again, between 50 and 70,000, I can't recall. People in the tables came together, put money in to buy, which was incredible. And then when things were going slow, we actually now split a cake into pieces, and each piece went for a whopping 4,000 shillings. So people happily, look, it was a way, I know what you're questioning, it was a way to give people, a way to let them donate money without feeling like, you know, hey, donate this much, and we managed to clear all the cakes. Some of them actually donated the cakes to the students, so the cakes were good, almost from heaven, which was a very nice thing. And the event went well, I think. It was my first. People did leave a bit early. Being Ramadan, people want to go home after they've eaten. They want to go there for their prayers in the evening as well. So sometimes people do leave a bit early. And people did leave a bit early, and there were rumors that, oh, Hassan Umar, Senator of Mombasa, is coming, please hang around. Eventually he didn't show up, but it was fun nonetheless. I think I enjoyed it. I learned a lot as well. We know where we can improve on in the next event, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. After the event, a long night, a fun night, after the weeks of preparation, we tallied everything we had, and it was a good amount actually, compared to our expectations, where we were hoping to get close to 1 million. When we tallied everything we raised, including ticket sales, donations, pledges, money raised on the day, it actually came to 933,000 shillings, which I think surpassed all our expectations. Again,
अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है नाम उसी का लिया करो। अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो, दुख न किसी को दिया करो, जो दुनिया का मालिक है नाम उसी का लिया करो। अल्लाह ही अल्लाह, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह। Just like a sunrise can't be denied, no, just like